Live at 6 starts right now.
Get a medkit. Get me out! Get over with the shield. Get over with the shield.
Exclusive video from a viewer showing the chaos on the scene just moments after Deputy U.S. Marshal Chase White was shot and killed last night.
Today we're learning about the shooter, 26-year-old Ryan Schlesinger. He was under weapons restrictions after threatening Pima Community College employees. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris.
And I'm Stella Inger. The marshal was killed serving a warrant for stalking at Schlesinger's home when Schlesinger opened fire. White was hit and taken to the hospital where he died. 9 on your side's Craig Smith joins us live from the federal courthouse where the marshals and other law enforcement came together today. Craig?
Gut-wrenching is how the marshal who oversees all of Arizona described the experience of talking to Deputy Marshal Chase White's widow and 4 children. Now, the man who died from serving an arrest warrant near Oracle and Glen had only been a U.S. Marshal for about 3 years, but had served in other ways, including as a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force Reserve. Investigators do not want to say much for fear of compromising the case, but they do say Chase White was shot through a window as he approached the house. The chief deputy marshal for Arizona says the law enforcement community is grateful for all the concern it is hearing from the people they are sworn to protect.
Our phones have blown up with people saying, we're thinking of you, we're caring about you, anything we can do. We just ask that you're there for your families as we're there for ours.
Now, Ryan Schlesinger, who is charged with killing the deputy marshal, has a history of hostility to police. We found court documents showing a senior official at Pima Community College threw him off campus for threatening behavior and got a court order to keep him away from her. He served as his own attorney in that case and filed court documents laced with obscenities and claiming she was the one who was mentally ill. Now, the administrator's counterfiling describes threatening notes and emails, including some notes to police, and says in August of 2017, PCC police went to Schlesinger's house to arrest him. The report said he rested his hand on a gun and said, "I'm going to kill you all." Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
Tucson police are still searching for the person they say hit and severely injured a teen with their car on Wednesday and then drove away. The teen, a boy, is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Witnesses say he was crossing Kolb near 29th. They say the boy was not in a crosswalk. Today, police said the car was a 2006 or 2007 Grand Marquis or Crown Victoria. Call 911 or 88 Crime with any information.
It'll be a white start to December on Mount Lemmon. Some fresh powder falling overnight and this morning. Officials say it's dangerous to drive up the road because of slickness and some potential dangers of rock slides. So only employees and residents are allowed up Catalina Highway right now. Check on road closures in Pima County. You can do that by going to our website, KGUN9.com. And Kyler, you say they might get a little bit more this weekend.
Might get a little bit more over the next 24 to 36 hours. Yeah, because remember how dry it was up there last year.
Yeah.
So let's hope this year is better. And we also got some snow on Mount Graham this morning. Yes, look at that beautiful picture that Jody Rush was kind enough to snap for us and share with us. And we'll zoom out on that. Just a really nice scene right there. So thank you, Jody, for sharing that one with us. And if you have any you'd like to share with us, it's easy. Share at KGUN9.com is the address you can send those to. Well, let's take a look at some of the rainfall totals that were associated with the passage of that cold front early this morning that also included a few claps of thunder rattling a few folks out of bed. Now, officially at the airport, that wasn't very impressive, was it? Only 7/100ths of an inch of rainfall, but it got pretty impressive 9 miles southeast of Tucson, 0.72 inches. You go right on down the list there, and we picked up some pretty decent rainfall totals for most of the region, anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch to 2/3 of an inch, and it came quickly. It moved out of the area quickly and left behind some chilly temperatures, a high of only 62 degrees today as opposed to the average of 68 degrees. We're going to talk about your weekend forecast coming up shortly.
All right, Kyler, when we come back, we're going to begin to say goodbye to my co-anchor, Stella Inger.
Okay, I've been practicing it. Take a look at the Bardarbunga.
Oh, that was good.
She came into our homes for 44 years. So before we talk to her...
And we're going to continue to hear more of your favorite moments, Stella, when we come back over the last 5 years. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. bittersweet really does fit. We've been saying it all day.
It really does.
Starting to say goodbye to Stella Inger, but before we actually say goodbye, we wanted to let you have the opportunity to say whatever you'd like to say to the folks at home.
This has been a very tough decision for us. We're doing it for family, obviously, because I'm from Southern California, and so we're going home, but this has been a tough decision. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to the wonderful community of Tucson. I'm really going to miss so many things, and I'm just going to name a few. Going into my local grocery store and getting hugs from the employees, sharing laughs, talking about life. Shout out to Robin and Greg, who are here right now from Fry's. I'm gonna miss being a part of this wonderful community with all of the organizations that I've been so fortunate to spotlight and share your stories. Thank you, American Cancer Society, Jewish Family and Children's Services. Thank you for the flowers today. And most importantly, I'm gonna miss being a part of your families. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes. Thank you for the 5 years. I'm a better person because of you. This has been hard, so let's take a two-shot and let Pat talk.
Well, now you got me tearing up too. It's been, I'm going to say my goodbyes for later, but before we head to break, we want to take a look back at some of your favorite moments because you've had so many over the 5 years.
Do you recognize her? Maria from Sesame Street. She came into 1971 and won 15 Emmy Awards. Last year, though, she retired. Question for you, one more question. Your favorite Muppet?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, so you do have one. We weren't sure you were going to answer that one.
No, I
Amazing images.
Okay, I've been practicing it. Take a look at the Bardarbunga.
Oh, that was good.
I nailed it. Right? Oh, nice job. Are you sharing it?
Oh, yes.
I like this.
Very good.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side. First warning weather. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Our cold front has left behind some cool air. 58 degrees right now at the Tucson International Airport. 40 degrees on the dew point. 51% humidity. Just a light wind out of the west-northwest at 6 miles an hour. Highs today, not all that high. 50s and 60s in most locations. We did squeak out a 72-degree reading in Yuma, and right now it's 47 in Safford, 34 in Show Low, 50 degrees in Nogales. Overnight tonight, we'll still see some clouds out there, but some clearing taking place by early tomorrow morning. Not getting too cold for this time of the year, dropping into the 40s. Right now across the southwest, we're seeing 30s in the higher elevations. Still a few snow flurries in some of those mountain areas, but most of the storm has moved out over the central plains and southern plains and leaving behind just a few showers for us and a few clouds. That'll clear out for a while, but then we've got another round of showers moving in for the weekend. But I think this time most of that moisture will be off to the north and east of our area. Overnight lows tonight dropping into the 30s and 40s. Unless you go up in elevation around Mount Lemmon, we'll be dropping into the 20s. And then for tomorrow, it will stay cool with highs in the 50s and 60s and 30s. Top Mount Lemmon, so dress warmly if you're headed into the high country this weekend. So over the next 7 days, we've got that next wave of valley rain and mountain snow moving through from tomorrow night into Sunday. Snow levels drop down to 5,500 feet. I think for places like Mount Lemmon, we could see about an inch or two of additional snowfall. It gets nice and warm for the beginning of the week. Overnight lows in the 30s, and then another storm by the end of the week. We're talking championship high school football tonight with Jason Barr.
All right, we are, Kyler. Thank you very much. South Point football playing for a state title tonight. The Lancers are about to meet Scottsdale Saguaro. Let's take a live look now at Arizona Stadium. That's where this Class 4A title game is set to take place. There's Scott, that's South Point warming up. The team from up north, they're looking for their 6th straight state title. South Point, who we see there, last one in 2013. The two schools were in different classes that year. The Lancers have been led by Bijan Robinson, Lathan Ransom, and others. Kickoff for this game is at 7 o'clock. Sean Miller's Wildcats put up 100 points last night in a 30-point victory over Georgia Southern. At McHale Center, Chase Jeter with a career-high 18 points. He's got that good inside game. Jeter also added 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. The Wildcats got 14 points and 6 assists from freshman Brandon Williams. And here is the play that everyone is talking about. Devonair Dutrieve dribbles behind his back, then passes behind his back to Alex Barcelo for the bucket. Barcelo with a career-high 16 points off the bench. The Wildcats do win 100-70 and visit UConn on Sunday. In Nebraska, the Arizona volleyball team goes down in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The Wildcats fall to Missouri in straight sets. They did have 22 wins this year. And finally, one of the favorite things I've heard while working at KGUN is when a manager said, Jason and Stella work very well together, very, very well. Well, I suppose we did, although it wasn't that hard. You see, I'm a tennis player, and the way you get better in tennis is by playing with a better player. So it only makes sense that Stella would be bringing up my skills on the anchor desk as well.
Oh, Jason.
We'll miss you.
I'm going to miss you so much.
I'm going to tell a quick story a little bit later about the day you interviewed here, what happened afterwards,
Okay.
that same day.
Okay, we look forward
We're
to
going
it.
to share that with the audience in a little bit.
It's not a goodbye, you know, for us.
Just for now.
It's a see you later. We'll be right back.
Big wins this week, and
Goodbyes are not forever. It simply means until we meet again. After 7 years here in Arizona and 5 in our KGUN 9 family, Stella's last day is today. She's returning to Southern California to be closer to family. You have welcomed her into your homes as she has created her own here. From her wedding, becoming a mother, she still worked her way into the hearts of Tucsonans. A journalist, a friend, and so much more. We wish her well as she embarks on a new chapter in her life. We thank you, Stella. We're gonna miss you.
The music.
Yeah, it just gets me. Can we just stop with that?
Stella's last show tonight on KGUN 9. Jason, quick, tell your story.
Oh, so the day Stella interviewed here at KGUN, I walked into the news director's office afterwards and I said, you have to hire Stella. No matter what you do, hire Stella. Forget about the other candidates. And he looked at me and he said, everybody else has come in my office and already said that today.
Oh, really? You've never told me that. Thank you.
I know it wasn't an easy decision for you and Gilbert to move back to California. It's the right move, obviously. We all feel that way, but we're going to miss you. You've been a terrific broadcast partner for 8 months. I wish, as I said at 5, I wish it was 8 years, but we'll take what we got and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you, Pat. You know how I feel.
Yeah.
Stella, the neatest part about you, and I can share it with the viewers, is you are the same person on camera, off camera. You're steady Eddie. It's so nice to work with you. And this is not a goodbye. It's just to see you later, as we've been saying.
Thank you,
But
Tyler.
it's a real pleasure to work with such a professional and somebody who cares so much about other people, especially their coworkers.
Thank you. I love you guys.
I think we have a news director, Lisa Starks, who wants to come say.
Oh my God.
We gave her a microphone, so we
It's
better
like a
have her say
wedding.
something.
You gotta watch out.
What
Give
would
me
you
a
like to say?
microphone. Well, I agree with everyone's wonderful words to you, but I just value our friendship so very much.
Thank
and I
you.
don't want to get choked up either, but I'm just looking forward to our beautiful friendship continuing in San Diego.
Thank
we
you.
are so going to miss you. And from the moment I came in these doors, you were just bright, sparkly, and full of energy. just like I like. And,
Thank you.
you are just so genuine. And this community is going to miss you.
Thank you so much.
All right,
I love you. You already know.
Let's bring in your husband
Yes.
Gilbert and your daughter Daniela because, well, how could we go a show of saying goodbye without bringing Daniela in?
Oh, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. There she
And
is.
so these are the people, the reason why we're moving to California because, well, Gilbert got a job in California and Daniela, I want her to be closer to her family, her grandparents. Daniela, what would you like to say? Say hi, Mommy.
Say hi, Mommy.
Hi.
And I just want to say from...
he doesn't do this.
No, not much, but Daniela and I are beyond blessed to have such a wonderful person like you and seeing you grow within KGUN and in Tucson and now taking a next step for the future. And we're going to be by your side and always be
Thank you.
holding your hand. So.
And I'm blessed to have met Gilbert here in Tucson, and Daniela was born at Northwest Hospital.
Yep.
So
She'll always be a Tucson.
she will, and I always say, you know, I graduated from USC. She's probably going to end up going to U of A.
Well, we hope so.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a special guest.
Where did we find this guy?
Get lost. I got lost on the freeway and wound up here. Stella Inger, this is your life. Updated reference, lost on younger viewers.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a mic? Oh, you have a mic.
I do.
He does.
I do.
He's mic'd
Oh
up.
my God,
I hear
Guy.
you're going to Los Angeles.
Yes, San Diego, California. But Guy, this wouldn't have been as fun as if it wasn't for you.
Well, thank you. We had a great time.
We
didn't
did. We had so much fun, and Pat, it was amazing.
It was a lot of
Thank
fun.
you for
Great
everything.
to see you back.
Good to see
I
you
hear
back.
you're doing pretty well.
I'm having
You're
fun.
welcome, Tucson, for this rare appearance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you all. Good luck, Stella.
Thank you.